Rightio, we're in the shed at the moment. Now, the reason I'm out here is because I need to do some measuring. I've stumbled across some pretty good things that can actually help this steel wide body, but I need to do some measuring first. And the good thing is I don't actually need to get to the shell. I've still got this that I can use as a template. So I need to measure sort of sizes of arch, just to see whether these bits are actually going to help or whether they're just going to be, not the right size. Anyway, chuck you on a tripod and let's do some measuring. Excuse the footwear. It was just whatever was at at the back door at the time. Now, okay, I think I'm going to need a new tape measure because this doesn't have inches, which probably give you guys a bit of a heads up as to where these bits are coming from. So that's 72 millimeters, and if we were to look arch height, I guess, yeah, it's probably almost like bang middle there, 30. Anyway, let's see if I can get a different tape measure. Yeah, I couldn't find something with that inch. Oh yeah, it's 72 as well. Look at that. And then the rears being 30. Well, yeah. Anyway, 72 and 30. So both the front arch gap and the rear arch gap are the same, which there's probably some kind of logic to that. Ugh. Okay, so we've taken the measurements. I think that's actually going to be pretty damn spot on. Now, to fill you in, I guess what I've found here is I found some steel flares on eBay, and I'll put a link in here to who's where to get them from. They're pretty reasonably priced. There are some very expensive ones out there that, yeah, I think we're going to be like $800 New Zealand landed, but these ones are significantly cheaper. But they are universal, so that's why I kind of had to do some measurements there. I think they could work. I'm pretty confident that they should be all good. I've run it past Mack as well. He loves the idea because it saves him a hell of a lot of work. But my main concern is making sure that they flow. Now, I like the Origin style guards because they kind of look like it's like there's a general gradient on the way out, and Mack knows that. He's on board with that. So yeah, there might be a bit of extra work just to make sure that they blend in and everything all good. And I'm sort of undecided about the very edge of the flare, whether we drop it down that couple of mil just so it kind of has a bit of a lip, or we actually, I don't know, is it better to go through and maybe put something a little bit of a roll to the edge? I don't like that kind of look. I like the look of the factory guards where it's it's quite a thick edge to it, but I don't like the ones where like there's a couple of photos on the guy's Instagram where it's like people have done it and they've put them on the car and they really do look like flares. There's just like a piece of steel on the outside and it's just like, it doesn't look good. I prefer at least the cat on the end. It's just a personal preference thing. As you can see, it's raining. It's a bit of a miserable day, to be honest. We're going through we've got a bit of a rain front coming through. But yeah, this is just something that I thought needed to go through and do an update. Right, updates. So I'm going to chuck a bunch of clips and stuff that Mack has taken for me and for you guys, just to see the progress on the shell. Now, it's moved a long way, and it's, for me, seeing this stuff come through, and I said to him, I was like, dude, this is like Christmas. Seeing all these updates come through, and you can see it literally changing, and he's sending them to me in real time too. So I've sort of cobbled them together. I've chucked in a mixture of like videos, and so you can sort of see the process with this as well. He didn't have to do this, so thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. So massive thank you to Mack. Really appreciate you sending that through. Really wanted to do a bit of an update like this because that's the kind of exciting stuff. A lot of this other stuff really isn't that exciting. Sorry, this place isn't going to fall down anytime soon. I guess next phases are, and that's kind of why I was out here, was measuring. We're kind of moving into the next phase of he's moving into the next phase of doing the tube front, and we've got a few bits and pieces that he's going to need to make sure the measurement's all good. And that's why I wanted to get the flares as well. So these universal steel flares, the rear guards and the front guards are reasonable. So they're not they're kind of a lot of work to make look really nice, but also too good to cut up and put just bolt on over fenders. So that's why this kind of steel version, it kind of means that, hey, I can put more money through Mack and the business he's working for. And for me, I guess it's something a bit different about the car too, because everyone's got Origin overs or BN, or if you're a baller, like a certain person I know, KP overs. Now, this is kind of going to be, it's going to be something that we're going to be very mindful of and making sure that it doesn't kind of throw the look out too much. I want it to kind of take inspiration from those Origin overs, because I think they've done a really good job of the styling of it. But for me, it's actually almost like the economy of it as well, because how many times do you blow up a guard because you're delamming a tire, or having steel guards hopefully should be a lot more rugged and survive a bit more abuse. I've seen people sort of try and do like the steel body kit aspect of it as well, but I think there's from my perspective, anything that hangs that low, you just got to treat it as, I think I've said it in the past, as like they're expendable items. Hence why, I've got that spare pair of black ones over there too. So where to from here? I'm putting together the parts and everything for Mack to get cracking. I'm going to place the order for those over fenders. I'll put a link in the description here if you guys want to do something similar. And also the measurements that I've just taken too, so people don't have to hunt around for it themselves, especially if they don't have the car next to them. Thanks for tuning in. I won't hold you any longer. I'll see you in the next one.